What's up, y'all? So today we are going to discuss old school basketball versus the new school basketball. In this new era of social media, a lot has changed in basketball culture, and it's something that me and my friends have talked about a lot, and I think it's an interesting topic to discuss, so we're going to dive right into that today.
Is evidence of that.
Training then and now is completely different. Back in the day, training meant going to high school practice, going to AU practice, going to play pickup at the park against random people, playing against the guys in gym class. It meant going out in the backyard and shooting before school on your hoop or shooting after school. We just wanted to be around the game. We loved playing, so we figured out ways to play, and that's what training was. Nowadays, all these girls have personal trainers, they have strength coaches. I didn't pick up a weight until I got to college. A lot of them have diet plans. I was eating pizza and hot Cheetos before practice in high school. That was my diet. It's completely different. There's a lot more focus on your body and what it means to make it to the next level, and what it means to take care of it and to maintain it so that you can get to where you're trying to go. So learning the game then versus now is also very different. And I think that it translates directly to how we trained. So the old school way that we learned the game was a lot of fundamentals. It was a lot of running plays, and not only running plays, but understanding why you ran the plays and why you were doing certain things. I remember a lot of what my practices were like in high school and AAU. It was a lot of explaining what that meant to make that cut, what it meant to use this option. I think now that is one of the biggest differences in how the game is being learned, because training is so individualized and it's a lot of work on how to get to the basket and how to get your shot off. How you play is completely different, because that's how you're gonna bring, that's what you're gonna bring into the game. So you have these girls out here now, they just hooping, they just playing, and they are flat out ballers. I'm seeing stuff now that I haven't seen from some of these young girls, and I love it. But at the same time, you have to have some type of balance, right? Because there's a point where you get to the next level and you get to the next level and you can't run plays. And why can't you run plays? Because you never had to, right? You didn't understand why you were doing this. You take a lot of dribbles to get open and get your shot off because that's what you learned. You were in the gym doing all these dribbles and doing all these moves to get to your shot. So that's what you do. So there's a very big difference in how we trained, and then as a result, how we learned the game and how we applied it to the game later. So when I say attitude, I mean the attitude towards the game. And I think this is honestly the biggest difference between the old school basketball culture and the new school basketball culture. So for us back in the day, I didn't have the WNBA growing up. When I was young, the WNBA didn't exist. So when you were really good at basketball, people said, you're gonna be the first woman in the NBA. So when the WNBA came around and was formed, it was like this dream realized. It was like, oh my God, I finally have a place where I can continue this dream of mine and continue to play this game that I love and be paid for it at home. So it was this exciting moment, right? And you just wanted to work to get to that point. And when you got there, it was kind of like, okay, I'm here. I understand there were people before me doing this, and I get the history behind it and what it took to get here. And I'm just trying to work hard. And when the opportunity presents itself, I want to try to take it to the next level. This new generation is like, skip all that. They ain't trying to hear it. The inaugural season of the WNBA was in '97, so it's about to be in its 23rd year. That means that a lot of these women that are in their first couple of years in the league and everything after have only known having the WNBA. They don't know any different. So their attitude is completely different. They like, look, we worked really hard to get here and now we here, so what's up? And whereas the older generation, it was kind of like, we're really happy to be here. And when things aren't quite right, it was more so, look, we don't want to push it too much because we knew what it was like not to have this and not to have this league. And so while that served its purpose, I really think that this new generation of women are gonna turn the corner for women's basketball, because they're the ones that really don't care. They've had this. This is not new for them. This is not, the exciting thing is not having the WNBA. It's been here for them. And so they're like, look, there's some things that need to be changed. There are some things we deserve, and we're gonna dig our heels in and fight you until we get them. And I love that about this generation. I absolutely love it. And I truly believe that they're gonna be the ones to open a lot of new doors for women's basketball. Overall, shout out to all the old heads. Shout out to all the young bucks. There are a lot of people doing a lot of things to advance women's basketball right now. Y'all are all amazing and appreciate it and super dope. And that's all I got for today. So I'll check y'all next week, same day, still down and dirty.